Hello guys, this is Understanding Tech. I'm sharing my experience upgrading from a budget 4K LG TV to a premium 4K LG TV OLED. Who is this video for? It's for someone on the fence about spending more money on a premium TV, for buyers looking to upgrade their TVs on Black Fridays, and others wondering what a big TV upgrade experience is like. I usually tell my friends, you can't explain visual fidelity, you have to see it for yourself. Quick comparison, I went from an LG UP80 to an LG C3 OLED. Size comparison, I went from a 43-inch TV to a 65-inch TV. The boxes should just tell you a detail on just how much of a big jump in size that was. Also, I'll be showing you a footage of the comparison between both TVs. You can already see that one picture is much clearer, has more pixel density. You can see it's sharper. It has more saturation. The whites are popping more. The highlights pop more. It just looks like a much more clearer picture. Since OLED TVs have individual self-emitting pixels, they have better contrast. They don't have the issues most traditional TVs have with backlight. They also have pure black since the pixels can turn off and on. During setup, you are given a choice to set it up from the TV or from your mobile device. Being that I had a previous LG TV, I was able to seamlessly set it up from the LG ThinQ app. The setup process, you are met with LG's native OS called LG WebOS. LG WebOS has a myriad of features and has basically all the necessary apps you need. LG WebOS also gives you access to their art gallery where you can download pictures and use them as screensavers. Though a decent enough operating system, I lacked some apps and the fluidity I wanted. So I opted for the Fire Stick 4K Max, which I previously used on my LG UP80. With a premium TV, you want to have a good experience, and I think the Fire Stick vastly improved my experience compared to the native OS. Using the Fire TV app, I could set my TV to always HDR, and I could increase the color depth to 10-bit color. That's just one of the many perks of having this Fire TV. I also have access to more apps. On the Fire Stick, I could also disable HDR if I don't want it. I could set it to adaptive where it matches the content on screen. Just various options that you get while using the Fire Stick. Now, with the Fire Stick, I can also see the capabilities of the TV, like the audio and video capabilities. And you can also see a demo of how Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos looks like on this TV, which is nice to see, just knowing that you have all these features available and you're using the very end, a very high-end TV like the LG C3 OLED. You're probably wondering, so if I'm seeing all these good things about the Fire TV, why change to a Google TV streamer? I had some reasons. Compared to the Fire TV, on the Google TV streamer, I have an Ethernet port. I don't need to sideload apps because apps are native to the Android, to Google TV OS. Like Fire TV is a skin on top of Google TV or Android TV, however you put it. I also have access to even more advanced formats with my Google streamer, more advanced audio formats. I can do the same thing like match content frame rate. I could also text scale. I could find my remote. And I have a review coming out regarding the Google Streamer. It's just a really good device. The OS is snappier and it's faster. Whenever you play content, like an HDR content on your TV, it usually displays what kind of format it's on, whether it's Dolby Vision, HDR, HLG, HDR. Just depends on the format you're using. That's one of the good things about this TV. Tells you what you're watching. This TV gives you access to advanced formats like HLG, HDR10, and Dolby Vision. And Dolby Vision is top of the line. I know you've gone to a movie before and you've seen Dolby Vision next to the title of the movie you're going to watch. And you usually know that the color and the picture, the depth and the dynamic range of the TV, you might not know those exact words, but you usually know you're going to have a great viewing experience. I just want you to just look at your screen and see like how beautiful this picture looks. I was watching a YouTuber called Brian Tech Therapy. He says he gives you time to just look at the screen and watch some of the content. Like you see, that this is Shogun, and Shogun is a the way they is a picture with a lot of grain, and it's just done beautifully. You can see animated shows that don't even have HDR in them, like Vox Machina. They have good picture quality, good picture clarity, and this is in an accurate mode. You also have access to multiple modes. You can, if you want to make your TV vivid and unwatchable, that's your problem. You can put it in filmmaker. You can put it in various modes, and it just helps you enjoy the TV. You get real control of this TV, and you're able to experience colors you haven't really experienced on the TV. I spend nights sleeping on my couch just enjoying the visual fidelity. Like, you need to see it. And if you're still on the fence about spending $1,000 on a TV, there are various ways you can save. You could buy. I even tell people you can buy a used TV. That's an option. There's an open box option. It's something I'll talk about later at the end of at the end of this review. You just have many options, and this is worth it. This will vastly improve your viewing experience. It's gonna be an experience like none other, and it is worth it. Like, you have to see it for yourself to fully understand. I literally wait for movies to come out on streaming services like HBO, Disney Plus, Netflix, or any proprietary like Paramount or Apple TV. So I wait for it to come to the streaming service so I could watch it over going to the theaters to watch a movie. And it's basically cinema. If you know the meme, it's cinema. Like, that's how well you can. And if you just keep looking at the screen, you look at the contrast, you look at the black levels, and you look at the HDR brightness. Something for me that I always got confused with OLEDs, that OLEDs were really, really dim. And I'm not, this is not a technical review, but like, I'm going to go into numbers here. Just the OLED, the TV I was using before was an LCD TV, and its peak brightness in HDR was around 330 nits. The brightness of this TV is 820 nits, and this is around using a 10% size window. That's not full screen luminance, but it just goes to show you how far OLEDs have come from being too dark. And like, OLEDs have great viewing angles. See, that's me standing next to my kitchen, and you can see I could still see the TV really well from there. It's just been a very good experience for me thus far. Towards the end of my review, I got an update to the LG WebOS 24, and LG has pushed that update to other TVs. And with that, I got multi-view, so I can view different things at the same time. I can also Chromecast. I was able to Chromecast one of my videos to this TV, and that was one of the big reasons why I also got the streamer, because the Google streamer has Chromecast built in. Now all LG OLED TVs have Chromecast built in, as well as AirPlay. So you still get AirPlay. I know other lower end TVs have AirPlay, but you do get AirPlay, and you get Chromecast for my Android and iPhone users. We don't discriminate here. If you notice, my camera sometimes struggles with the brightness because of the camera exposure struggles with the brightness because of how bright this TV can get. 800 nits on a phone is much different from 800 nits on a TV. When you have a screen that size, giving you all those nits of light, I noticed, because smartphones usually tout 1500 nits of brightness, and it's much different having 1500 nits on your mobile phone than having 1500 nits on like a TV. The TV can produce and emit more light just because of the sheer size, and you do feel more rays of light coming at you. Something I also want to talk about, my experience doing open box at Best Buy. So when I bought this TV, I got like a $300 discount on my TV, and I opted for open box. My TV did not come with a remote. It did not come with a TV stand. And when I bought the TV, I was going to replace all those things. Come to find out, initially when I first got my remote, the remote was for the wrong ear. You have to buy a TV for the right ear. It's It's like MR24 means for year 2024, MR23 means for year 2023. The TVs are not as backward compatible as you would like them. So you can't just use I couldn't use the remote from my LG UP80 on that TV. Also, getting the stand is another issue. If you go to lgparts.com, you have to get two parts. You have to get a base assembly and a neck for the TV. And you also have to pay for the screws. You can also buy that on Amazon. And now, thinking of all those things I had to do, I already tried to purchase this 3 times. I bought a part and they told me, oh, I need the other part. I also bought something from eBay and someone sent me an LG G3 stand. It's just, I rather would have just paid the extra $300 to have a seamless experience. And that was not the worst experience I had with open box. Now, I am lucky that my TV panel is still good regardless of the amount of watch hours I have on my TV panel. If you look at your screen, so I didn't check my TV on time. I wasn't really worried about it. I was just like, oh, it looks good, and I was in love with the TV. So 2 weeks past the time to return my TV, I noticed that I just said, oh, let me check the watch hours on my LG TV. And I saw that my LG TV had close to over 4,500 hours of watch time. Over 4,500 hours of watch time. That's close to a year of use. And later on, after going to Best Buy, I found out that the TV was a display model that I shouldn't have, that I should have known that while buying it, but I didn't know. Just make sure whenever you're doing buying open box to get all the information, always check your LG OLED watch hours, and just always talk to the people there, but also do your own research, because sometimes doing the Best Buy staff doesn't really have as much knowledge or hasn't done as much research as you have on your particular TV. Thanks for watching. This is Understanding Tech, and I hope I've somehow convinced you to go for a new upgrade. I promise you, if you're someone who enjoys movies, TV shows, you will love this. This is an experience that is like, you have to see it. You have to see it. You can't really explain visual fidelity. You have to see it. This is Understanding Tech. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.